This is the Detroit Sports Podcast Network.
All right, guys, I have questions for Jalen.
Jalen, tough performance tonight. Do you feel this team has lost confidence? And if so, how do you get it back?
I don't think we lost confidence. We've been missing shots. Shots we know that we make, night to night, been missing them. So, I don't think it's a lack of confidence. I just think got to make shots.
Jalen, how frustrating is that for you guys? You guys have shown a track record where, you have that ability to make, free throws. You've shown that you're a good free throw shooting team. How frustrating is it for you guys when it's typically stuff that you know that you can do, but it doesn't work for you here tonight?
It's a little frustrating. What do we shoot from the free throw line?
57.
57, yeah. That's not us at all. It's not Oakland. So it's a little frustrating, but like I said, I don't think it's a lack of confidence. We got to get back in the gym, obviously shoot more free throws, and be ready for Sunday. Quick turnaround.
All right, thanks, Jalen. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Coach, you can do a statement if you want, or you just fire away with questions.
Somebody asked me a week or two ago if it's time to circle the wagons. And I said, no, well, now it's time. I felt we needed to play a few more games to figure out who we are. So we've played those games. We've now won one of our last 5. We've lost 3 times at home. And we maybe need to figure a few things out and maybe make a few changes. We'll take a good look at it. We don't have a lot of time. The biggest change I think I've got to make is I think it's time to just put Braylon out there and let him play through his mistakes. I don't want it. I thought we could still win the league championship tonight. Going into the game tonight, I felt if we won the next 5 games, that Valpo would be coming in here and we'd be playing them for first place. We didn't. Not only didn't we win the next 5, we didn't win the first one. So, when Braylon, I whispered something to Hipsher after the starting lineup. I said, oh my God, we're starting 2 freshmen. Yeah, it just didn't even dawn on me that until I heard the announcements. And then Braylon really struggled out of the gate as he did at Wright State, and I sat him. And with about, I think, Sharon trying to play the point probably isn't the best thing for us. He tried his heart out. But, the thing that him playing the point or maybe Nick playing the point, non-pure point guards, is that in our offense, the ball's got to be delivered on time. And when we didn't have a pure point guard out there, the first pass might not have been to the first open guy. And so, and that's not their fault because they're not point guards. It's my fault because I put them there in that position. So now Bugs, I think we turned it over 3 times in a row and they got it up to 18 or 20, and I put Bugs in and he finally made a shot and I just let him play. And he made a bunch of mistakes, and when you're going to catch up late in a game like that, you can't make some of the mistakes he made, especially on the defensive end. But Kay Felder made a bunch of mistakes as a freshman, but we weren't fighting for a championship, so he got to play through them and he got better. Now we've put ourselves in a position at 5-4 that even if we won out, I doubt that we would be playing, we would be a champion of the regular season. So now it's my job to figure it out, and one of the things that I need to do, especially with Stevie out until Stevie gets back, is I got to get Braylon and let him play through his mistakes and let him get better and grow and hopefully so that on March 5th or 4th or whenever it is that we go into the tournament, that he's matured and won't make those mistakes. So it's little things like that are the little changes that I probably have to make.
You guys made the run. I think Jalen had back-to-back. He had offensive rebounds and putbacks, and he picks up his 4th foul, and that turns out to sit him again. And it turned out to be fouls.
Well, his 2nd foul was the foul that killed us. And I had just, I had just called him over the sideline. And I had just said to him, Jalen, you cannot pick up a 2nd foul. And he picks it up. And then he wants to argue with me a little bit about, well, I can't give a guy a layup. And so when he picked up his 4th foul, I said, so now tell me, was that basket, that layup they made, or was going to make, is that worth you sitting on the bench now for the next 12 minutes? It's not the first time we've been in this situation with maybe not making the smartest plays. And you keep saying you're going to learn from it and grow from it, and maybe tonight will be the one that makes him realize that you can't do what he just did. You just can't pick up that second. By the way, when he went out in the last 2 minutes, the score went to 12 at the end of the half. Because I think when he picked up, you can look on the play-by-play, when he picked up the second foul, I would guess 6 or 7, maybe 8, I don't know. But it ended at 12 at halftime without him the last 2.5 minutes. So we've got to play smart. We just have to. And, you just, I heard him say that we haven't lost our confidence. I would fully disagree with him in the shooting with that. Now we can't even make free throws. We can't make layups. We can't make threes, and now we can't make free throws. I think confidence probably has something to do with it. When you realize 2.5 weeks ago, we were one of the top 10 teams in the country in free throw percentage. We were very good at field goal percentage. We were leading the league at 46%. And our three-point percentage was 35, which isn't great, but it's middling. It's, if all the teams in the country, it'd be right in the middle, maybe even the high side of the middle. And since then, we're now shooting the free throws like less than 70%. We're shooting the three at 19%. And our field goal percentage has dropped all the way down to, I think, 40 now. And after tonight, we got 41. It'll still be 40, 41. But the real travesty in this for us is that the offense is not allowing us to be a great defensive team anymore, because there were 40 possessions in the first half, and they had 40 points, which is good defense. 21 of their 40 points were on putbacks and off our turnovers. And I would bet another 6 to 8 were off brick threes that we took. Sharon, we were 1 of 12 from the three. Sharon makes one. He comes down the next possession, and he said, okay, I made one, I'm going to make another. He made the one in the offense. That when he fired in transition, it hit, it bricked out, and they got an and one at the other end because you can't guard that. And so the woes on offense, the inability to shoot, the bad decision making that we have is now has taken our defense that we were 30-some% from defensive field goal, and now they're getting runouts and layups off transition and off our turnovers that now we're giving up probably 40, whatever. Did we guard the three? Yeah, we guarded the hell out of three again. 2 for 10. And I would say they made them early. Did we guard in the half court? Yeah, we guarded well. Now, when we went small, that hurt us a little bit. Did Lowe, their big man, just kick our freshman big man's rear end in this game? Yep. Maybe a learning experience for our freshman. That's a veteran out there who just dominated it.
Overall, when your team does struggle with the three, do you want them to shoot their way out of it, or do you feel like you need to go more inside, maybe even take less?
Well, how are we being guarded? I mean, there's 4 guys around Jalen. How Jalen had 23 points, there's 4 guys around him. They're daring us to shoot the three. They're just daring us to. I mean, late in the game, Braylon made a three. Now he gets it, and he's got a three, and he doesn't want to shoot it, so he shot fakes. The guy flies by him. He's got another wide open shot. He passes it into Jalen, and Jalen scores. So obviously Braylon didn't want to shoot the three. But that's what they're doing. They're just packing it in. And you don't have to be a genius. You look at our stats in league play, we're shooting 20. If you look at our since the Valpo game, we're below 20% from the three. So it's hard not to when you've got kids that have been used to shooting it and have made them their whole lives, and they're just daring us to shoot it, And, I made a statement earlier that I thought this was the deepest our team's ever been. Well, I thought we could go 11 deep. And when we were playing well and we were rotating people in, we're playing good. But what's happening right now is some of those guys, 7, 8, 9, 10, they're getting a chance. And they're getting a chance because we're struggling. It's different than getting a chance. We're up, we're winning, playing good. Now I go in, I play. No, we're struggling, and now I got a chance to really get minutes. And those guys can't make shots either. And they're, I'll give you a perfect example. Cumberland, got some minutes tonight. We go down, we run a set, we throw it to Javen, we run a play, and we throw, and we went small, and we put Sharon in the high post, and if they're going to play Jalen like that, we wanted to get the ball to Sharon, rip through, and drive it. He rips through, he drives, he gets a layup. So we're going to run it again. We go down, we throw it to Javen. He, instead of waiting and running the play again, he rips through, drives the baseline, tries to throw a bounce pass underneath to Jalen, they pick it up, go get a layup. those guys are trying to do too much. They're trying to, so you could say, well, coach, that was a stupid thing you said that you're that deep, 1 through 11. Maybe it is, maybe it is, but I think they're pressing and that's the reason.
Any other questions?
All right, thanks.